In the world of Jujutsu Kaisen, we've seen many wild things. Courses that can tear through dimensions, domain that can literally rewrite reality, sorcerers who channel enough power to feel godlike. But there is one thing that stands out. Not because it talks, not because it's scheme, but because it doesn't. It's raw, it's terrifying. I'm talking about Mahoraga, one of the most powerful Shikigami in the 10 Shadow technique. A creature so dangerous that for centuries no one in the Zenin clan or anywhere else could tame it until Sukuna came in. Mahoraga doesn't ask questions, it doesn't give warning, it just appears and adapts. In the case of the Shibuya incident, it took wave after wave of lethal slashes. It evolved with every hit, neutralized domain level attack like it was nothing and refused to stay down. It felt almost intelligent. And that's where the most unsettling question comes in. Is Mahoraga just a weapon, a cost tool for destruction, or is there something behind that spinning wheel? Something like awareness. That's exactly what we're going to dive in today. We're going to break down how Mahoraga behaves in battle, explores its connection with Sukuna, and figure out once and for all, is Mahoraga sentient? What's up guys, my name is Richard, back again with another video, and like I said, want to talk about if Mahoraga is actually a sentient being. So if you like the video, you know what to do. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe. I'll really appreciate that. And yeah, without any further ado, let's get right into the video. So what happens when things get really bad in a fight and you're desperate enough to summon Mahoraga, like Megumi did? Think of Mahoraga like a living survival machine. Every time he takes a harmful hit, the 8-handed wheel above its head spins, and with every spin it adapts. Once that's adapted to a specific threat, that attack basically just doesn't work anymore. That's how it learns to shrug off what once hurt it. But it doesn't just block attack. Mahoraga can heal massive injury, adding its defense, and even tweak its course energy to bypass things like Sukuna Malevolent Shrine. Yes, it adapts strongly enough to withstand the continuous slaughter of a domain expansion. But here is the key. Mahoraga's reaction might look smart, but there is zero evidence that it's thinking. It doesn't plan ahead, it doesn't bait its opponent, it doesn't set trap, it just reacts. Face a threat, get stronger in response. And while this sounds invincible, it's not flawless. Mahoraga only adapts to attack it already experienced. So if you hit it with something unexpected, fast, or wildly different from before it can adapt, you can land a clean shot. That's exactly how Sukuna exploited its limit in Shibuya, mixing in Fuga to deliver a full killing blow at the right moment. That's where we start to see the difference between raw adaptation and tactical genius. So, does Mahoraga insane adaptation mean it's thinking? Well, not really. There is no spark of self-awareness here. No, what's the best move moment? It's pure cause and effect. Like a shark that bites harder when provoked, it's powerful, but it's not plotting your downfall. Still, that doesn't mean it's less terrifying. A weapon that never tires, never hesitates, and only gets stronger the longer it fights, that's a nightmare of an opponent. So let's talk about Sukuna's approach when fighting Mahoraga. When Mahoraga first appeared in Shibuya, it immediately started adapting to Sukuna's basic slash. Sukuna noticed the wheel spinning, understood exactly what was happening, and realized he couldn't rely on the same move twice. So he raised the stake. He expanded his domain expansion Malevolent Shrine, flooding the battlefield with continuous unavoidable slashes to push Mahoraga to its breaking point. The result, Sukuna learned exactly how Mahoraga's adaptation cycle worked, but Mahoraga didn't break. So Sukuna switched tactics again, unleashing Fuga, an attack he had never faced before, and with that finally it was able to end it. This isn't just brute force, this was Sukuna proving that brain plus power always outpace raw instinct. Now fast forward to the Battle of Shinjuku. Here's where things get really interesting. We see Mahoraga appear when Sukuna is incapacitated. After Gojo's domain expansion blasted Sukuna unconscious, Mahoraga still appeared. Same thing after Gojo landed a devastating Black Flash. Sukuna down, Mahoraga shows up. So this got me thinking that this might mean Mahoraga acted on his own, right? Or a kind of protective instinct. But the more I thought about it, it's more likely that Sukuna already set this up. He could have been partially summoned earlier, waiting for his adaptation cycle to finish before auto-activating, a built-in fail-safe done by Sukuna. That's not free will, that's programming. Still, the visual of Mahoraga stepping in without a conscious command add another layer of level to this video explanation. So after all this, What is the truth? Mahoraga is the ultimate survival machine. It learns rapidly, it responds with precision, it crushes defense, but there is no evidence of its sentience. It doesn't decide, it doesn't strategize, it doesn't want anything. Its incredible power is the result of course technique engineering, not consciousness. Think of Mahoraga more like an AI. Sukuna's relationship with Mahoraga confirms this. He studies it, uses it, manipulates it, but never treats it as an equal. Even when it appears on its own, it's still moving in sync with Sukuna's strategy. So yes, Mahoraga might feel alive, but it's more like a machine fueled by cause energy than a mind driven by intent. Not sentient, just one of the most fearsome weapons ever in Jujutsu Kaisen. So what do you think? Does Mahoraga's relentless adaptation count as a form of intelligence, or is it just a glorified cursed tool? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. I read every single one. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit the like button, subscribe for more deep dive into Jujutsu Kaisen lore, and share this with somebody you feel would enjoy this video. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll definitely see you guys later.